August hath 31 days. Distempers. What they have in their heads, hearts, stomachs, pockets, flaps, tabs, and plackets, have one and all been some and severally commented on, by way of hint or harsh harangue. Praised, blamed, epicked, poemed, and pastoraled, pamphleted, prodded, and pushed, made a springboard for every sort of conjecture whatsoever, good, bad, and indifferent. Some have it that they cannot do, have, be, think, act, get, give, go, come, right in any way. Others that they cannot do, have, be, think, act, get, give, go, wrong in any way. Others set them between two stools, saying that they can yet cannot, that they have and yet have not, that they think yet think nothing, that they give and yet take, that they are both right and much wrong, that in fact they swing between two conditions like a bell's clapper, that can never be said to be anywhere, neither in the center nor to the side, for that which is always moving is in no settled state long enough to be either damned or transfigured. It is this, perhaps, that has made them too fine for hell and too swift for heaven. Be that as it may, say we, 'tis a gruesome thing when a woman snaps grace in twain with a bragging tongue. For truly such have clack in our city, and run about like mad dogs, as if love and its doings were a public smithy, where all ears are shod with, "She is so large, so wide, and said she when we went down to duty thus and so she did," or as if love were a sawmill, whose dust must be cast in every eye, or as if it were meet to discuss in public assembly that which by nature was hidden between two pillars. The very lowest ruffian, the most scabby pimp, or the leanest wittoled, would blush and scrape his shins for shame of her. Presently then it appears and seems, and is in verity, sad chronicling this, that all women are not tidy in need of perch. For when a woman is sick, she is sicker sick than any man, as a rotten plover is more stinking than a rotten stick. Even the cat scratches to make hide of its intimacies, and whispers to the earth his secrets, dunging apart, not to shame that grave necessity, which was born in the penumbra and goes to the shades. Nay, not so shy are all women with their loves, but doss aloud, and cackling crow over the last to bed, as if she were an egg and not a darling, and run about the streets after hawking her about, wriggling and alive, for all to see and piss against. Oh fie! Oh shame! She fouls everything she touches with the droppings natural to her lost condition. She is shameless and shame-ridden. She is haggard at both ends, and is the greater shamed that she bleat of twice one and both the same. And while many a man speaks no better, nay, often and ever far more naturally in this vein, it is but his nature whining. For that which is a mystery, which amazes, terrifies, is sought after and raised high, that will a man hound, spring against, and befoul for very chagrin. But doth the hand tell of the palm, the eye of the iris, the tongue of the mouth? Nay, 'tis a foul bird that fouls its finch. Again, just as there are some fellows who will brag that they can teach a woman much and yet again, and be her all-in-one. There are alike women no wiser, who maintain that they could, had they a mind to, teach a taught woman. Thus, though it is sadly against me to report of it one so curing to the wound as Patience scalpel, yet did she, on such evenings as saw her facing her favorite vintage, for no otherwise would she have brought herself to it, hint, than aver, and finally boast, that she herself, though all thumbs at the business, and an amateur, never having gone so much as nose length into the matter, could mean as much to a woman as another, though the gentle purring of nay, nay, nay from the furs surrounding Dame Musset continued to bleed in her flank. What, said that good dame, can you know about it who have gentlemen only? Recall and remember, my love, that the camel is forever facing a needle but cannot go through it, and a woman is much nearer the needle's proportion in her probabilities than a man. Still and nevertheless, said Patience. At this moment entered the two doxies, High Head and Low Heel, the opposites that one often meets in this world of women. One, Low Heel, protesting that women were weak and silly creatures, but all too dear. The other, High Head, that they were strong, gallant, twice as hardy as any man, and several times his equal in brain, but none so precious. I hold, said High Head, that she is bold to nary in a breath, that she sheds a sharp aroma, that her mind is so webbed and threaded with thought and fancy that the world sees little of either. For the two are in a thrall, skull-bound and head-hampered. A man can tell you what he thinks, for it comes spinning, a thing and little thread from one and a single bobbin. And I hold, said Low Heel, that for just that reason she should not declare herself in possession of her own opinion, for an opinion is a single and nice thing, not two creatures sitting in skulking away their days. Yet sometimes, broke in her companion, she thinks of new things, my lass, and how do you account for that? She must come on something, since they untied her bib and altered the size of her breech-cloth, said the other. But what of it? She is nothing but nice. She is everything but, cried High Head. Is she not the spinning centre of a spinning world? Do not the bees belly and blow, hone their beaks, and hoard their honey to make her negus and nectar? The worm from head to heel, one long contriving inch that she may be wrapped in silks and satins, the seal well supplied for her coat, and the seed and the dirt fattening and bursting for her delight. Why does not nature, that old trot, weave day and night the threads of human destiny, whereto these damsels hold chin and shank, sky swimming up the tree that is plotted on 100 years to coffin her? Great mother of geese, how she crawls, she added. Zodiac. "9 pins and 10 pins and crows to a cock," exclaimed her bride. "How you wander! Such women as you described are only seen in books, or are raked up with the plough, or are written of in tomes with the quill of the goose, that has with her been dead 1,000,000 years, and is dust with her doings. And even at that, what have these scriveners said of her, but that she must have had a testes of sorts, however wide and a wonder, that indeed she was called forth a man, and when answering by some mischance or monstrous fury of fate stumbled over a womb, and was damned then and forever to drag it about, like a prisoner his ball and chain, whether she would or no." "Because, sweet fool," said her companion, "they cannot let her be, or proclaim her just good distaff stuff, but will admit her to sense through the masculine door, only nevertheless I've noticed, belabouring her the while they admire, with remarks to the effect that she be unwieldy, gander-gated, sprung at the hip, unlovely, disenchanting, bearded, hoop-chested, game-a-leg-outed, elbow, double-jointed, hook-toothed, splay-footed, wattle-hamstrung, mated with nothing hybrid and loose lips, no woman's meet the length of her bones, fit for no diddling, dallying Tom, white-eyed and to no wind in her nostrils, but such as blows down her bellows to make her a neither, and so forth and so on. In no wise worth their pains, for near to a man or far from a man she will not be of him. She paused. And from where, say you, come such women? Up from the cellar, down from the bed of matrimony, under sleep and overcome, past a watching eye and seeking hand in well overhedge, from pantry and bride sleep and mid-conception and in old age, from bank and culvert, from bogus Dutch and fens marrow, from all walks and all paths, from round doors and drop lots, from hay ricks and cabbage patch, from the king's thrones and clerks' stools, from high life and from low, some dropping teapots and linens, some caddies and cambric, some seaweed in saffron, some with trophy skulls, and memory bones, gleanings from love's labour lost, some in nightgowns, and some in fashion, some hot with homework, and some cool with decisions, indeed, some of all sorts to swarm in that wide acre where, besides some brawling march, the first of sheaves turned up a hem with the hand of combat. Too true for you, perchance, admitted her love, but nevertheless did not some and several return to their posts? Indeed, and a few, said High Hand. But how?